Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's webinar on Avid NEXIS Pro. On our last webinar, we talked about the new Avid Media Composer 8.8 and the reintroduction of script sync and phrase find. And now we're going to talk about some really exciting new NEXIS Pro bundles that we've put together along with our pals at Avid. These are really amazing values, and if you thought you couldn't afford shared storage before, you are wrong. You can get shared storage, Avid NEXIS Pro with 20 terabytes of shared storage and a Dell Switch for under 10 grand. Now we're talking. Avid NEXIS Pro Shared Storage Solution, who needs it? Everyone needs it. Of course, I'm going to tell you that, but who really needs it is a lot of us have closets filled with hard drives. Hard drives that we've used over the years for different projects that we can't get to old footage if we need it. If we want to share our footage with another editor, we got to take the hard drive, pick it up, sneaker net it across the room, bring it to them. That's old school. With shared storage, you get so much productivity and such improved workflows. You will see that you can turn around your programs that much faster. And of course, you can have a small group of 3 or more people working together. We like to position NEXIS Pro for small groups of 3 to 6 people, but the truth is it can support up to 20 editors. But we think there's a lot of small production facilities that have 3 to 10 people working together. Some could be graphic artists, some could be colorists, some could be doing special effects. You're all working together, collaborating on the project. And that collaboration is really what sets Avid, Avid Shared Storage, and Avid NEXIS Pro apart from everything else available in the industry. All right, what is Avid NEXIS Pro? It's software-based intelligent shared storage. That means you as the user can set the different parameters, you as the administrator can set the different parameters that your users can get to. We did a previous webinar a few months ago talking about all the different benefits and what you can do with the software. So I don't want to go into that so much in depth, but what I do want to stress is because it is a software-based solution, it means if Avid introduces new firmware, you can upgrade your NEXIS Pro to it. And if you have a current support contract, you get that upgrade for free. So come April, the NAB show is coming. Maybe Avid will, maybe they won't, wink, wink, introduce some new features for NEXIS Pro. Well, guess what? If you've got a NEXIS Pro and you've got a support contract, you're going to be upgrading your firmware and get all those new features and performance. That's incredible. That's scalability. That's growability. That's future-proof shared storage. All right, NEXIS Pro, it's called Avid, but it works with all the best NLEs on the market. Your favorite NLE or all your editor's favorite NLEs because they may be working on different projects with different NLEs. Of course, Avid supports Media Composer, NEXIS Pro. Now it supports Pro Tools as well. With NEXIS Pro, you're going to get a level of Avid support that, of course, is top-notch for true shared storage. The same level of shared storage and collaboration that people who have much more expensive $50,000, $100,000 Nexus E5, E4, and bigger chassis. A lot of other storage vendors claim they work with Avid Media Composer. They'll have some of the features. They might have bin locking. They might have a few others, but they don't have that airtight Media Composer collaboration that you get. With NEXIS Pro, Avid Media Composer works better than any other shared storage. I don't care what people tell you. But also, Avid works great with other third-party editors. And one of the biggest ones they now fully support with NEXIS Pro is Adobe. Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. Here's a whole list here of all the different ways that Avid NEXIS Pro supports Premiere Pro. We've actually got a blog article and a video on our website that goes into this that you can watch. We'll link to it at the end of the video. But the biggest thing that I want to talk about here is the tight integration and the collaboration between Avid and Adobe. Avid and Adobe have been working together to optimize NEXIS Pro and all of the NEXIS solutions to work with Adobe and Adobe workflows. This is going beyond just saying they work together. This is true optimization where Adobe engineers and Avid engineers are talking together and making sure everything works to deliver the maximum shared storage collaborative workflow. Let's remember, Adobe just sells software now. That's all they sell is software. The software is great. No knocking Adobe Premiere Pro. If that's your software, NEXIS Pro is for you. But when it comes to shared storage and collaboration, Avid has set a bar that's above everyone else, and Adobe is joining that party to make sure their products work as well on NEXIS Pro as Media Composer someday, and they'll get there. Also, Avid's working with the other big A, Apple. And you hear Apple doesn't like working with other people, and what's Apple doing in the pro space? We don't know, but the one thing we can tell you is that their team is working with the Avid team to make sure that FCPX files and FCPX editors can work together on Nexus Pro. They've just put out a video, and there's some articles on the internet about how FCPX, Final Cut Pro X users can work together using Nexus Pro, and we advise you to check those out. We'll link to those at the end of the article as well. And of course, Nexus Pro works with other NLEs besides Adobe and Apple. It works with EDIUS, it works with Resolve. They've really done some great stuff. So you get great workflow guides on our website for your NLE. So if you're an Adobe editor, an Avid editor, a Final Cut editor, whichever editor you are, Avid's been putting out these great workflow guides, and we're reproducing them on Video Guys. And if there's videos and diagrams and stuff, it's really good stuff. Check them out at videoguys.com. And most of all, it's great in a mixed environment. We know in today's, your editors have different skills. They're using different tools for different jobs on what's the best thing to use it. You want to do your coloring on Resolve? That's great. Some guys are Media Composer, great. There's a guy who does a lot of Photoshop and After Effects, so he likes Premiere. That's great. Work together, collaborate. That's what Nexus Pro is all about. All right. We told you we had some big news and some big specials and some big prices, and I told you that we had a new bundle for under $10,000. I was wrong. It's $9,500. Get you a Nexus Pro 20 terabyte engine and a Dell Switch. The Dell Switch will support up to 20 users. I'm not saying you can have 20 users on a single Nexus engine, but you can if you want to. And the biggest thing about it is now you're ready to go. You hook up the Nexus Pro, plug it into the Dell Switch, set it up. The setup's pretty straightforward. Attach your different editors to the Dell Switch, and they're off and running. This is a very cool thing. Let's say you're in a school environment and your IT team saying you can't do video over our network, and you say, cool, I'm going to put in my own switch. I'll put video within my classroom, within my lab, and we won't bother the rest of the network. We're not going to mess up what you're doing out there. We're going to have our own little self-contained network because we've got our own Dell Switch. Here's where the savings really start to add up, folks. This is a bundle that's going to give you 2 Nexus Pro engines, a total of 40 terabytes of storage, and the Dell Switch for $14,995. I want you people to understand something. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the Nexus Pro itself was more expensive than that. Now you're getting 2 Nexus Pro engines, 40 terabytes, $14,995 with the Dell Switch. But wait, there's more. We've got a 4-engine bundle that's 80 terabytes of Nexus Pro storage. Gives you 4 engines. We're going to upgrade you to the Dell N3024 switch because you need a bigger switch when you're going to have more engines. And that's $29,995, under $30,000. This is a big deal, folks, and a great way to get a massive amount of storage. But there's something very important with the Nexus Pro storage, and that is it scales linearly. So what am I talking about? When you have one Nexus Pro engine, you have 20 terabytes, 400 megabytes per second, which is about the equivalent of handling 5 XAVC intra streams or 14 DNX HD220 streams. Add 2 engines, double the streams. 10 XAVC intra or 28 DNX HD220s. 4 engines, quadruple the streams. 20 XAVC intra streams. 56 DNX HD220 streams. With 4 engines, you can have multiple people handling 4K footage. This is a great way for your facility. If you're a small group, a work group, maybe you're a production house, maybe you're a corporate facility, you want to put in some shared storage, have people collaborating. These are phenomenal systems. You can give us a call. We'll help you configure it. What do you need if you're going to have all this storage? You got to be able to find where all your clips are. That's called media management. What Avid's done is they've gotten together with the folks at Axle Video and given you free media management software. That's right. All Nexus Pro engines will include a 2-user license to Axle Starter Media. We had our friend Steve Hulfish do a great video a few months ago on Nexus Pro with Axle. He's actually using it in the field on a real production. So let's hear what he had to say about that in this video.
Is about a new partner for Avid called Axle. Axle is a very cool media management workflow company that has really created a powerful and simple new system that is currently being shipped with Nexus systems. The system that you get included with Nexus is called Axle Starter. You can upgrade or purchase their bigger, more robust and full-featured systems, but I'm really impressed with what this one can do. Here's the way it works. Let's say you want a client or a producer or an assistant to have remote access to the media inside your Nexus, or actually on any drive, to be able to view files, manage them, add metadata to them, and communicate with you about that footage. That would be pretty cool, right? That's what Axle Starter does. People can even use a smartphone or an iPad to be able to screen proxies of the media on your Nexus and add metadata to the proxies. The more powerful versions of Axle even allow you to do downloads and uploads of media over the system from remote locations. All of this client-side interaction is done through a simple browser interface. Now, these remote users do not have direct access.
Okay, that's a great clip on how Axle and Nexus Pro work together. That's a whole video and tutorial we put together that you can go to the videoguys.com website and watch. And Steve did a really great job. We're happy to be working with him, and it's great to hear from a real editor, real-life editor, on what he's doing and what's going on. But now let's talk about something also that Avid offers, and that's team bundles. Let's say you want to start a fresh team in your corporate facility, in your post house, or you got green-lighted for a project on your own reality TV show. I don't know. Avid's got these team bundles that are really cool. They're starting at $13,995. They give you you start with a Avid Nexus Pro and some Axle seats. There's one with 3 perpetual licenses of Media Composer for $13,995. Then there's my favorite one, which is the Premium Team Bundle, which gives you the Switch, the Nexus Pro, the Switch, a DNX I/O board for getting 4K and 2K and HD inputs and outputs with your workflow. You get 5 perpetual licenses of Media Composer, one license of Pro Tools, and Nexus Pro support for $19.95. What's really cool about these team bundles is we can make them even better. Why? Because we can let you add a second, third, or fourth Nexus Pro engine at tremendous savings. It's too crazy to go into all those different permutations of what you can save, but give us a call if you're interested in one of these team bundles and you're interested in some additional storage with some additional engines, and we're going to blow you away with the savings that you're going to get. Once again, Avid Nexus Pro is in stock and available from Video Guys. Give us a call at 800-323-2325 during the day. We have real live people. You can talk to me if you want. You can talk to Jim. You can talk to anyone on our staff, and we'll tell you about Nexus Pro and how it can work with your workflows. And we'll ask you about what kind of equipment and gear you need. If you need new HP workstations, we'll work with you on that, or laptops, additional seats of Media Composer. We're here to help you design a collaborative work group that works best for your needs and your budget. If you need to have your Avid Nexus Pro installed and set up by a professional, we have that too. We have a team of, not a team, we have affiliated dealers throughout the country, and we'd be more than happy to refer you to one of them if you feel that you need a little more extra support and training on site. So give us a call and we'll farm your name out and and get one of our dealers in touch with you very quickly. All right, guys, this was a great webinar. Went a little longer than I thought. I was shooting for 10 minutes, but I'm so excited about the Nexus Pro offers, I couldn't contain myself. Once again, starting at just $9,500 for the Nexus Pro with a Dell Switch. We also have great deals when you add additional annual support to the contracts. This is Gary for videoguys.com telling you all about the Avid Nexus Pro. Great deals. Peace.
Video Guys is available Monday to Friday. Give us a call, 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.